We don't like to depend on anything or anybody, frankly. I mean, dependence is not one of the, we got to be independent, we got to act on our own, we got to depend on our own resources. So we don't like to depend on anybody. But the fact of the matter is, life teaches us that inevitably we depend on other people, on our friends, on our families, on our teachers. We inevitably depend on people. And, you know, especially when we're facing difficult moments in our life, we depend on the people who can help us. If we're sick, we go to a doctor, we depend on a doctor. So we don't like to depend on anybody, but the fact is we do depend on people, and ultimately we depend on God who made us. You know, we didn't make ourselves. We depend on our parents. We're sons and daughters of our parents. We depend on them. We depend ultimately on God who made us and who made the universe. So it's a matter of not so much submitting ourselves to God, but discovering that God is a source of life for us. And depending on that kind of a God, you know, it's a pretty great thing.
When we talk about the Christian life, depending on the Lord, to me, you can also say trusting in the Lord. And a big part of the Christian life is how do we, on the one hand, try our best at living life, but on the other hand, depend on the Lord with all our strength. So it's not a question of just letting the Lord do anything for you. A question of how can my best effort meet His grace, meet His help. And that, I think, is the key to the Christian life, is finding where those two things meet for you. I think that this is a really, really important question to ask yourself. How does my best effort meet the Lord's help that He's willing to give me at every moment, at every step of my life?